having fabric made. So totally consciously aware. Like, listen, I'm just questioning some of the terms that are being thrown around so easily here in this industry and this sort of buzzword of sustainability. Hi, I'm Catherine Story. Welcome to my channel, House of Story. Today is the first in a series of sustainable designers. I'm excited to do this series. Being a sustainable designer myself, there's a lot of questions I have about what the industry is calling sustainable and not. So the first designer I'm reviewing today is Gabriela Hearst, and she has just announced that she's leaving Chloe after 3 years, but that's the end of the story. Let's go to the beginning. She is a designer from Uruguay, and she started her company, her design business on $700 in New York City. See, it can be done. She actually started with a t-shirt, and it was a picture of a woman on a horse, and that was actually her mother, which is really beautiful. I love that beginning, that story. Again, going back to branding, that's an amazing story to start with, isn't it? So she also really brought sustainability to the front with her fashion show in New York, where it was the first carbon neutral show. Carbon neutral. Okay, another great question. What does that mean? It means that there's no imprints, that basically everything she used she didn't produce something new. She didn't produce the silk that the silk tops were on. Apparently 25% of the fabric she used was dead stock. Another question for me. Dead stock. Dead stock to me means it's 10 years plus old. I wonder what if there's an official, timeline on what dead stock is, because actually dead stock could be a designer remnant from last year, which kind of wouldn't make it definitely wouldn't make it vintage, but I guess it's better than her recreating, having fabric made. So totally consciously aware. Like, listen, I'm just questioning some of the terms that are being thrown around so easily here in this industry and this sort of buzzword of sustainability. So she did this fashion show, and after she started her collection, and it was called Candela, that was the name of the brand. And after having it sounds like several mishaps with production that she wasn't happy about, and believe me, I just had another mishap with production. This happens so easily and often if you don't really have the right people watching what you're doing. So after that happened, she decided to start her own collection. Meanwhile, she had also won the CFDA Award, and she also got the acclaim from Louis Vuitton, who decided to back her new brand, which was of her name, Gabriela Hearst. Now, this collection sounds very interesting. When she started, she did linens that were made with aloe vera. She has this beautiful romantic story about her life, where in Uruguay, where she was born and grew up, her father left her a ranch, and she actually grows the merino wool there, which is amazing. Merino wool has special qualities of keeping you cool because how the wool is. So a beautiful story that goes along with this brand that she's created. And everyone from Oprah Winfrey to Meghan Markle, everyone's worn her. She's famous for the Nina bag from this particular collection. So meanwhile, here's Chloe. And Chloe already had several head designers Chloe is a sustainable, conscious brand, as we know, with Stella McCartney being there. And Stella is one of the major environmentally conscious designers that we have. So Chloe also wanting their B certificate, which is they wanted their B certificates that they were recognized as being an environmental conscious fashion house. And I think I could be wrong, but I don't think there's many of them that have that certification. And so as they were going for this, that's when they pulled in Gabriela. Now, obviously they were going to look for a head designer that had the same aesthetics as where them as a brand was going. So she came into the brand. She's been there for 3 years, and it's funny, I didn't know she was the designer of the brand, but I was curious about her, and I admire her a lot, and I'm excited to see what she does now that she just recently announced that she is leaving. And it was also announced that she will be involved. Her statement was that she wants to do her own projects, which I'm sure goes back to her own collection, as well as Angelina Jolie, which I reported on as well. Angelina Jolie's collection, or new collection, where it brings in environmentally conscious individuals, designers, and fabrics. And it'll be interesting to see. I think that with this new endeavor that Angelina is doing, it's so broad, it's kind of hard to see what exactly she's talking about. It kind of sounds like that's who she is as a big thinker. And I think it's exciting to see what Gabriela will bring to Angelina, because obviously Angelina needs her, because Angelina is not a fashion designer. Now, this is just a collab they're doing. Gabriela is not the head designer over there. She is leaving Chloe to do her own projects. But again, the question about sustainability and how there's, where are they going to start implementing some rules about what it means and how you can use those words, because they really are being thrown around so easily and maybe in some places carelessly. And I really would like to know, and I think like as a consumer, we would want to know how much sustainability is really in that, like percentage wise. So I don't know if this Plan B certification, which Chloe has, I know that it monitors the production of what Chloe's doing, and Chloe has achieved this certification and is so under those regulations, that it's the Plan B certification, right? But not every designer obviously is going to go for that or will pass that. So very curious. I'm excited about talking about this because I really do feel like fashion has changed so much in that there's so much consumerism, and there's so much that, I don't know, it's kind of a turnoff. Even with all the vintage that I'm seeing, it's almost, there's just so much consumption that I just am wondering what's going to be the change and what are we going to decide to do, especially with actresses showing up on the red carpet in a dress they've already been photographed in. That is sustainability, and that's being environmentally responsible, I think, for to start seeing that in our world. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this. I would love your comments, and please like and follow for more.